Rumors are that allegedly things aren't looking too good for new Real Housewives of Potomac newbie Nneka. What's going on? And will she be asked back for a second season? I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk? And welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified, so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. All right, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about. And it centers around rumors that allegedly Real Housewives of Potomac newbie Nneka is on the chopping block at the network. What's going on? I have some new information that may answer that question and more. And here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly due to horrible season 8 reviews, Real Housewives of Potomac producers are already planning big cash shakeups, first starting with newbie Nneka. The source said, Nneka's disastrous first season has left the majority of Real Housewives of Potomac fans with bad taste in their mouths. She's simply not likable or a good fit for the show, said the source. Production has allegedly tried everything, but nothing works. Not even their best editing tricks. Some are beginning to believe that Nneka was never meant to be a lasting housewife, only a plant for the season to start up drama with Wendy. Then, after the season was over, she will be let go. And nothing is more telling, said the source, than the fact that the network has stopped using Nneka for promo. There has been no big PR push to help change the narrative about Nneka like they did with Candace during season 6. Nneka has been left out to dry, said the source, by the very people who led her to believe she would be a star for the show. So the question is, what happened? Well, Real Housewives of Potomac observers say that Nneka simply went down the wrong road with Wendy. One observer said, fine, antagonize Wendy a little bit, stir up some drama, then after 3 episodes, let it go. She allowed the Wendy beef to become her brand, her identity. By making Wendy her main focus, she gained more people not liking her than people actually liking her. Hate it or love it, said the source. Believe it or not, Dr. Wendyosefo is a fan favorite along with Karen. So, in actuality, Nneka also lost favor with Karen's fans simply through proximity of Karen and Wendy being friends. And it gets worse for Nneka, said the source. She's also very boring. Nothing about her reads housewife. The source continued. Had she just come in, did her little Wendy drama, and then moved on to showcase her own life, then maybe she could stand a chance. But no, she just continued to dig deeper into this boring narrative and fight. And fans see right through all of that and see Nneka as a fraud. Can she turn it around? Well, probably not, said the source, and fans seem to agree. One fan said, Nneka is no longer needed. I thought she would be a good Nigerian fit to the cast, a friend of the show, a sister to Wendy, but all of that has been a huge disappointment. Another fan said on Twitter, I think we all can agree that Nneka is no longer needed, nor is she even needed as a friend of the show. Nothing. So, will Nneka become a distant Real Housewives of Potomac memory? Maybe. The source said she could flip her bad fortunes around by delivering a strong reunion performance, but that seems unlikely as well. The more we see Nneka struggle to keep up with the ladies on the show, the more it looks like she may become a one-hit wonder, ended the source. Now, kinfolk, there's a lot of information regarding Real Housewives of Potomac newbie Nneka and her future with the show. But I think it's one thing that we all can agree about Nneka and her presence on the show, and it's this. You know, Nneka is honestly not needed for this show in her current form and role, right? And the reason why I say that is because Nneka came onto a show and into a situation in a friend group attacking a person who is already under attack by literally 4 other people and has been under attack by these 4 individuals: Ashley, Robin, Giselle, and Mia, for the last 2 seasons. So for her to come in and just to pile on Wendy, that just really rubbed a lot of fans the wrong way. And I could tell by the comments that are always left on the different Potomac videos and also in a lot of Potomac fan group fan pages. And that is seeming to be the biggest issue with Nneka. She came in carrying the wrong beef with the wrong person. And so her in her current form is not needed. We don't need another person disliking Wendy. We don't need another person constantly fighting with Wendy. We don't want to see that. If anything, we want to see another person coming in, siding with Wendy, and taking up for Wendy when she's under attack by the other 4 ladies. Now, Kinfolk, the next part of this rumor has to do with production, because this is not all Nneka's fault by no stretch of the imagination. And it's this. Bringing Nneka on to carry this bone with Wendy or to pick this fight with Wendy is simply lazy production. It is just lazy producing of a reality TV show. It seems as if they are not even interested in the other ladies' lives. And one thing about Carlos King, and I say this time and time and time again, you can say what you want to say about Carlos King, but he is a producing genius, and he understands how to make an ensemble cast work. And one thing that Kenya always said about Carlos is that his producing methods work because he wanted to genuinely see all the ladies win. And in order for all the ladies to win, he would literally help them develop their own personal storyline for the show outside of the group dynamic. None of that's been going on with Potomac. It just seems like they're going for these cheap tricks, right? You know, have two housewives fight and draw that fight out for 3 episodes. Let that fight calm down a little bit and then pick it back up after the next 2 or 3 episodes have aired. And it seemed like this constant cycle of lazy producing. And it's even more lazy when you keep coming after the same person using the same tricks. So that's not all really Nneka's fault. I really do believe that production did not set Nneka up to succeed, which is unfortunate because you kind of see that she wants to fit in with the ladies, and you kind of see she wants to be a good fit for the franchise. I just don't think at this point that production even thought from the beginning that she would be just a good fit. And that's why I'm prone to believe this rumor that they were just using her as a production plant to antagonize Wendy for the effect of drama. Now, Kinfolk, the next part of this rumor is kind of unfortunate for Nneka in the sense that this could really help her change her, bad fortunes at the franchise. But unfortunately, she doesn't have this key component on her side, and it's this. Most of the time when you have a housewife who's having a bad go at it with her time on the show, it's the fans who come to their defense, to her defense, right? It's the fans who can rally behind her and get the cycle and get the Real Housewife universe going and help change the narrative that this person is needed. We see it happen time and time again. We've seen it happen when Kenya was first demoted for not sharing her wedding. Fans were in an uproar, and the very next season she was back. We saw it with we saw it with Erica Jane, where there was like this big resounding "Let Erica Go" campaign, but her fans, they really were sticking beside her and painted her out to be the victim, whether you believe it or not, and helped save her spot on the show. The same thing can be said about Nene, how fans are constantly, rallying around her to get her back on the show. And Nneka just doesn't have that love from fans, or that overall love for them to come back and like rally for her to stay and demand that she stays. And it's kind of like fans have come to the consensus that no, you can take her or leave her. She's not really an important dynamic at the franchise. Something that's unfortunate, because if she really wanted to have like that chance of staying and using that fan favorability factor, it really could work in her favor, but she just does not have it. And so that is something that I think that at this point, I think it's too late to work on. But it's something that I think her team should have been working on from the very beginning, is how does she get fan favorability? How does she build up that goodwill with fans to where they want to become soldiers for her to stay on the show? And kinfolk, the last part of this rumor is my belief that Nneka could change all of this. Nneka could actually be asked back to the show next season. The only issue is this. In order for Nneka to change the narrative and be asked back to the show and to get fans to really, somewhat fight for her, she has to change the narrative in her personal brand. And that involves her actually playing nice with Wendy. It's not necessarily her apologizing, but it's more so her trying to clean the slate. It is a heavy lift because Wendy is very smart and she can see a person coming a mile away. So if she was to take this route, it would have to come from a genuine place. It would have to come from a place where Wendy felt like, okay, if something went down, she would have my back. It can't be an apology or a truce or a white flag being raised, and then next season you're back kind of like in an Ashley position. Like you're not really fully on Wendy's side, but you still on Gizelle's side, and you're not really trying to back Wendy up. You're just trying to stir up drama. It can't come from a place like that. It has to be an all-in, look, I'm going to give a friendship with Wendy a try. I'm going to try to be a genuine friend, or at least a genuine coworker to Wendy. Somewhat how Mia is being this season of all people. And when you think about it, Mia's actually probably planned that to a T, and she probably realized that her hating on Wendy was not good for her fan favorability numbers. And so I think Nneka can take that same approach. However, the issue is that Gizelle doesn't want that approach from Nneka. And if she did take that approach, she would lose favor with Gizelle. And then when that happens, we already know what happens when you somewhat go against Gizelle and how she feels about a person. And when it happens, I'm not going to say you get kicked off the show, but you get pretty much iced out. And if you are not in a position to be iced out, you pretty much probably, if you are to believe the rumors, get talked down about to production by Gizelle. And production don't even see it of value after talking with Gizelle into bringing you back. You know what I mean? And so you have to believe that the rumors and allegations that Gizelle has like this such a tight hold on production, and that they take her word for like a lot of casting decisions. You can see why Nneka might not take that approach, but it's the only approach I think that gives her a fighting chance to come back next season. You have to be your own person. And I think that's something that Wendy realized very on. If she wants to be a lasting fixture on this show, she has to stand tall as her own person, and she cannot be seen as a flunky or a friend of the show or a sidekick. She has to be seen as a housewife who can stand on her own 2 feet and go up against the ladies. Like Nene said, I can go up against all your ladies. You know what I mean? And that's what Wendy has done. And I think that it would be pertinent for Nneka to honestly take a couple of notes from Wendy on how to, create her own brand, her own sense of identity on the show. Unfortunately, kinfolk, for me talking to my sources, it doesn't even seem like Nneka's going to get that chance to change things around. All sources are saying that if she did give a good reunion performance, she may be able to come back next season. But as my sources are saying that, the fact that she pretty much left it all and gave it all on the field during the season's filming, is nothing really left for her to argue. And Wendy is very smart not to give her those moments at the reunion. So it seems as if Nneka may actually be just a one-hit wonder at Potomac. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Nneka did herself end by going down the wrong road with Wendy and not being her own person? Or do you think her going down the wrong road with Wendy may have gained her some favor with production and with the producers to the point that they might actually give her a second chance at coming back next season? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over on the next one. Peace.